All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the Clockwork Nexus. It's Monday night, and it is a Monday night in which we are playing Uncharted. And there we go. Why are
Thank
you
you.
back on your phone?
Because my computer decided it needed to update.
These computers do that a lot. She bought the same computer that I have, and I will say they are update happy. But
Good to
anyway,
know.
so while Danielle is currently eating cotton candy, it is a perfect time for me to throw it to her for the contractually obligated recap of what happened last time. You're the only one that can do it.
Um,
Nice.
Xavier Dream walked his way to a giant library that has just so many things, and he became one of its guardians, but like low-ranking official. Um, the rest of us were allowed entry since he vouched for us, and while we were in there, boss man Vorvor or whatever his name is, he appeared, and it
Vorvar.
turns out he is also in this archive keeper group. He's a much higher ranking person, and whatchamacallit, he so yes, he revealed himself to us, and then um Xavier also, I have cotton candy on my mouth. We found this one book that Xavier won't let anyone else read. Um and while Xavier was reading it, Rover just guided him to certain pages that revealed to him that Sorsha is an awakened, basically someone who's being reincarnated after each life, and Vorvor in his past life was her father, and has asked Xavier to keep that a secret. If he values his happy marriage, he will not. And that was about where
Valid.
we left off.
All right. By the way, I really appreciate the split of like this half of people has their camera on, and this half of people have their cameras off. It just works out. The symmetry makes me happy.
We planned it that way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys going the extra mile. All
Be
right.
careful and turn off the
So-
cameras.
Say what? Oh,
You sound
I
very
hate you.
robotic.
All right. So with that, I will just throw it to you guys and let you guys tell a story. I'll put Dave here with the rest of the party. Ciao. All right, take it away. Tell me what's happening.
Hold on, my computer's up and running again. I'm trying to switch back over to that.
I feel like people who care about books should be carrying this story currently.
Or at least they're characters who care about books.
What I miss?
I stand by my statement.
What was your statement?
That the characters that care about books should be carrying this part of the story.
Yes. Okay. Keena's disappeared into the book. She is lost to the tomes. You will not see her again.
As Danielle logs off.
I should just like, bye. See you guys in a few weeks. I'm gonna read everything in this library.
Yeah. Good
You'll
luck.
find her at some point. Like every once in a while, you'll just come across Keena somewhere in the books with just like this ever-growing murder board. She's found
All right,
materials
well-
to make it bigger. It like literally takes up an entire wall in the archive.
Here's what we're going to do then, because in our little group chat beforehand, one person said something they were actively looking for. And that person is here. So, Selkie,
Yes.
I need you to roll a D12.
Interesting. Okay. Seven.
7?
Yes.
All right. So out of all the people that you could potentially talk to, with that roll, the first person that you are going to run into as you are walking amongst the archives is your husband.
Huh. Lovely. Dig it.
So, Xavier,
Da.
you just got out of your meeting with Big Boss Man, who told you not to tell her, and then he seems to have absconded. And now you are face to face with your wife. What are you doing?
Xavier would just go over to Sorsha and just take her hand and pull her in for a big hug. Medea, there's some discussions that I do believe we need to have here in the very near future. We should set some time aside and find a quiet nook and sit and talk.
She would just hug it back nonchalantly, all happy-go-lucky personality she is at the moment. Okay, well, that sounds like a good later thing we can do.
I certainly agree. There is quite a wealth of knowledge hidden within these vaults. And I'm quite curious to see what the remainder of this facility looks like.
So then what are you standing in a hallway with me for? Go on. And she'll like shoo him away.
Yeah, Thevir is absolutely going to be kind of going around, walking around. He wants to get the lay of the land, see if there's any locked doors. I know we saw gardens last time. He's going to be very curious. You know, is there outdoor seating? Where's the kitchen at? Like, is this a living facility? Is this a facility that is designed to house people? Or is this just a library and a tomb of knowledge? Is kind of what he's trying to gather and figure out. And if there's any personal quarters, was there anything left behind in those personal quarters? Is there, separate bathhouses? Is there individual showers? Is there running water? The entire lay of the land. He wants to understand as much about what the order built into this place as he possibly can.
Okie dokie. Then Xavier goes upstairs to discover the rest of the archive outpost. In that case, because we will get to that. We will get to all of that. But in the meantime, Sorsha, roll
Yes.
me a D6.
4.
4. All right. So with that, as your husband goes up to explore, you make your way through the archives and you find, and I will even move you guys to give you guys a little bit of received privacy. And course, Keena's nowhere just that would make sense because you know what? There. Boom. There you go. And just to put you on the camera. Bill, pan up a little bit. There you go. All right. So now you find Keena that is just, she is walking around with a cart just stacking books that she wants to read. And she is definitely at that point where you look at the cart and realize that she has about 8 years worth of books that she thinks she's going to read in no time. But, you know, she's ambitious.
I mean, does she look focused?
Probably, yeah. She's very focused, but as she'll see you. Oh, good. So I found some subjects that I need to research. I found a little bit on of course, there were many things that need to be researched. This whole annex is a gold mine.
No. And she'll put her hand up. I totally understand that, but a sum is like maybe 5 or 6. The stack is taller than me, and she like puts her hands out, like super annoyed that she can't reach the top of it.
We are facing the end of the world, and there are many things that I need to know. I am not of this world, so I need to research the place we are going, Oscana, learn their customs, their cultures, learn how best to represent us when we get there. I mean, I know you are in charge, but
you would notice her make a very sour face at that, but it's fine.
Huh?
You would see her make a very sour face at like mentioning of her being in charge. She does not like it, so she definitely makes a face.
Keena's gonna just quietly clock that, but she's just like, I need to know about Oscana. I need to know about Triaglada because something is going on there, and I don't know if we're going to end up going down there at some point, so I need to know about that place. I am looking into various myths and legends in this world, magical theory, though I am leaving that more to Thavier. I'm just grabbing anything that seems related to these stones or to Silris. Researching the stones, researching this whole princess thing. Have you heard of this, you and V being princesses? I mean, if Thavier seems to be from what I've discerned, a noble house here. So I suppose you would be a princess by marriage, but friars seem to believe that you are a princess in your own right. Do you know what he meant by that?
Sorsha, her eyes are wide, and she just kind of looks at you. I'm going to need you to talk a little bit slower, because that was a lot of information at once. So maybe, like, tell me what you just said, but act like I'm, like, a 32-year-old elf.
I am! Honestly, I am going far slower than I normally would. Okay, and she'll just, like, take a deep breath, like... So, I am trying to figure out what the friar meant when he called us all princesses. I mean, obviously, I know I am a princess, although I had hoped the rest of you would not find out, but that ship sailed weeks ago.
I am sorry. I didn't know that the beans hadn't been spilt. And she genuinely looks a little bit, like, disappointed in herself.
It's all right. The truth was already coming out. My regret is honestly just I wish to be known as Kina and not as my father's daughter, but my hope is I had made somewhat of an impression as me before they knew me as Kalantha. But
I mean, if you're not from this world, then how would we ever see you that way? And her eyebrow kind of quirks up a little bit, like she's very confused at your train of thought there.
It is not so much knowing who I am back home, but as hearing a title, and once people hear a title, they decide many things about you from there. They need not have met you. They simply think they know you already.
Well, from my experience with Thever and his family, a lot of nobles are quite the same. They're quite persnickety and stubborn and snobby.
Yes. That is the general assumption about those of our station, but it's something I have tried to not be.
Well,
not always successfully, but
she'll tilt her head back and forth. Yeah, I was about to say maybe try a little bit harder next time you're talking to the boss man, because that was a bit much. She has a really nice facial expression going. Like, she's genuinely trying to tell you, like, hey, maybe you didn't handle this the right way, so maybe, like, take it as a growth moment next time something comes up.
And she's just gonna get this look like, okay, I know I wasn't exactly amicable, but
can I just put it lightly and promise you won't get mad?
All right.
And she'll sort of put her hands behind her back and, like, take 3 steps back. You were kind of being a brat. No offense.
None taken.
Okay. And she, like, will take a calm posture again. Not taking the 3 steps forward, though.
And I'll take the 3 steps forward for her and just, like, put my hands on her shoulders. And Sorsha, I do not take offense to words honestly spoken. I prefer it. It is rare people do that. That is what I wanted when I became Kina instead of Kalantha. That other group contains my friends, people I spent 7 months sailing with, who I fought beside and bled beside. They are what I have left of my home. They are my responsibility. You state that you are, as our party's leader, responsible for our safety. If we were split on opposite sides of the world, and the one person who might know what is going on with us, if we were safe, was not giving you answers, would you not also be a bit of a, as you say, brat, trying to obtain them? When it's a matter of the safety of those you love?
She would sort of put her hand to her chin, thinking a little bit, her other hand twirling her hair. Well, to be honest, the only person that I really cared much for is my husband. He is sort of my person. Ironically, he's just the weirdo I fell in love with, honestly. Funny story for another day. There's maybe a few people from the temple that I would consider friends, but if he and I were to be separated, I would have to trust that he has the skills and the courage to do what needs to be done to come back to me safely. And if the man in charge doesn't have all the answers, well, that's not quite his fault. This world is chaotic and strange. Do you agree?
I agree it is chaotic and strange, but if the man in charge was not somebody you knew nor trusted...
Oh,
they
she
are
sort of
my...
tilts her head and get a little smile, like just like the hint of a smile. I've known him since I was a child. He's very trustworthy.
You have?
She'll nod. He's looked out for me every once in a while.
Well, I am glad he is kind to you.
Is he not to you? And she gets like a genuine concern in her facial expression. Like she's totally bamboozled by the fact that he wouldn't be to you.
Our first interaction was him stating that we could either work with him and he would help us, or we could choose not to work for him and he could instead make things quite difficult for us. He is a man of ends. He is somebody who puts the end before the means. And I respect that. Men like him are necessary. But I do not necessarily trust him.
I feel like there's so much to unpack here, but before we get into that, what all exactly are you hoping to research again? Let's get back to this, and she'll point to the pile of books.
And Kina will just like pull out a list, like a very long list, and it just has on it she's trying to research the princess thing, the stones, any legends about Silrus that might point to information that could be useful about him, like known bases, the things he tends to do. She wants to research Osgana and the Dryad Lana. Also the kingdom that they are currently acting on behalf of. Like, she's just trying to, in essence, learn the lay of the land so that she knows what it's, because like she's a fish out of water here. She doesn't know the customs of this place. She doesn't know how to fit in. And you say you do the wrong thing in high society, and it fucks the whole thing up. Like, you can very easily make somebody angry and then they actively work against you. So she's trying to make sure she knows how to act to make sure that she can make a good impression, and knows kind of the lay of the land so she can keep her people safe and get this mission done. You also will see she's got books that she's trying to research Andrew's condition. And then also books on like resurrection and divinity, stories about the Lunari. She's basically trying to research everything that's going on, because in her mind she needs to know everything that's going on because it's the fate of the world at stake.
Sorsha will nod. Well, I will leave you to this. If there's anything that I can personally help you with, let me know. Ask any question you want. I will be an open book.
If you happen to see the friar, could you point him in my direction?
Of course.
Thank you.
Good luck on your research endeavors. And she'll sort of give you a polite bow and almost like skip out of the room.
Kina, what is your passive perception?
18.
18. You definitely see that some of the books are being picked up off of your cart and being put back in their places.
Hey! Is there somebody there?
I mean, you don't know. But you also do see, like, and anybody that's walking around would see, like, a broom is moving. Like, looks like it's sweeping, and, like, you see a feather duster moving, so, like, you can put together what it is.
So, like Fantasia?
So it's an unseen servant.
No, it's
Many of
Fantasia the movie. It's like, you know the scene I'm talking about, right? Everybody, Fantasia?
Yeah,
Haven't seen it.
You have.
Oh my gosh, Danielle, this is like a childhood thing. Like, this is okay. Never
This
mind.
is like something
like
that
a disaster.
everybody has seen.
This is terrible.
Like,
Awful.
it's played in schools a lot, even.
That's like a straight walk
Like
off
any
the plate
music class.
moment.
Fantasia?
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it is one of Disney's like obvious LSD trips, but
It's the one where Mickey Mouse is the apprentice, is moving all the buckets and brooms around with magic and music. No?
I mean, maybe I saw it when I was very, very little and don't
Oh.
remember. I don't know. I was never really into Mickey Mouse or.
well, let's quit saying the name, because if we say it too many more times, Disney will come and drop a ban hammer on us. So
Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
yeah, right.
Supernatural reference too. If anybody's seen that episode?
All right. So Sorsha, then that leaves you with one more person. So as you continue just kind of poking around the archives, you do find V.
Where am I?
Somewhere in the archives. I don't know. Would you be looking up anything specific, or would you just be kind of hanging out?
I'd probably just be hanging out. I don't really think I'm one for the books. Or I'd be trying to figure out how to get to the roof right now.
That's okay. Reading is for rich people.
Exactly. 2, I'm the bodyguard, right? So I probably am watching the princess anyway. I don't know.
Does V look particularly like agitated?
I wouldn't say she's welcoming.
Sorsha's just gonna like pull out the satchel of sleeping and just like hold it out for her to jump into it if she wants, and like like I don't know how to handle you right now or how to talk to you right now because she's not gonna say anything, but
V's actually throwing her daggers into a bookshelf that she could. And if it's those psychic daggers, they're just coming right back every second. Like, that's something she would do. Sorry, Xavier. I'm going to probably ruin your...
The horror that you would aim knives at books. There is a wealth of knowledge.
She said bookshelves.
I am trying to aim at a specific part.
Xavier might have a stroke if he sees this.
No, she's in the back corner. If anything, she's like, like that leaned up against on a windowsill, just flinging them. And they're psychic knives, so they'll come right back.
Xavier does not have a weak constitution, but he might faint.
You know what, Xavier? Make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
But he's not near me. He doesn't see this. I'm stealthing.
What?
I'm stealthing. I'm stealthing.
How did I see
it.
you?
He's got a
Just
roll
do it.
perception. He just keeps hearing this thump.
Just do it, Xavier.
With disadvantage, I still have an 18.
An 18?
Is something
That's
he does.
still not enough. Your spidey sense tingles, and you get the visual of her flinging these knives into bookshelves. You clutch your pearls and you faint right there in the garden. You just can't handle it.
Who remembers Good Burger? Water!
And inspiration for the reference.
Why, thank you.
I like that. Deep cut.
But that's what V's doing. She's definitely just repeatedly doing that.
It's one of those things that Xavier starts coming to, and then she throws another one, and he just gets the spidey sense and just passes right back out.
Right. Sorry, Xavier.
We don't have a legitimate cleric. Xavier's heart is not going to be able to take all of this stress.
Why don't you ask the druid that's not a druid? She might know more about book stuff.
I was gonna say Sorsha knows CPR, so
there we go.
It's not cleric lies. It's okay.
Sorsha's idea of CPR is summoning Goodberry and just shoving them down your throat.
I thought those were taken suppository. Sorry.
Get an extra D4 if you do it that way.
I thought it was a D6.
I
Make
have
it
no
worth
idea.
my time if we're gonna do it that way. God. Just only another D4.
Well, I kind of laugh that you're just sitting there no, if I'm going to shove something up somebody's ass, it should be at least a D6. I would have been if I'm shoving up something up somebody's ass, it better be a D12 to really make it worth it here.
I'm not trying to push that, Some people are into it.
Well, you got to push a little harder to get it where it needs to go.
And spit on it and call it a day.
What's the Garfunkel and Oates song?
Did you hear me, Bill?
Take it up the butt for
Yes,
Jesus.
I heard it.
Thank you.
Take it up the butt for extra healing.
Yeah, see? So, Sorsha's version of a CPR does work. It does give the body the shock it really needs. Whoa. Who's ever breathing into their microphone might be me.
That's definitely
Someone is breathing too hard about this situation.
Whoopsie. So she'll probably look at Sorsha as she's flinging the knives, and she'll probably look at you like you want to join, or she'll be like that head nod of like, okay, I see you. You see what I'm doing.
Sorsha would offer you just a random book that she's got in her bag, like, and hold it up, kind of like how boxers, like punch at like the thingies. You know, I don't know how to explain it because I'm not a sports person, but like, you know what I mean? Like,
you're just gonna sit there and trust me throwing knives at your book?
Yes, because I don't even know what book it is. Okay, so like out of character moment, I have a book in my inventory.
Fine, I'll hit her book. Can I throw and hit her book? I'll do it. See what happens.
Yes, like boxers punching at people's hand bets.
Fine, I'll take one good whack with a normal dagger and fling it at it. I'll hit it. I don't care, right? Do I have to roll? No, because I win. I think V's having a relaxing therapeutic moment.
Funny enough, the book takes no damage, but Thaver takes a D4.
Takes a D6 because she's about to shove the good berry for her CPR.
Assuming V threw the knife super hard, she's just gonna be like, "Whoa!" Take a step back. Feel better?
Always feel better after throwing a knife or two.
I should try that sometime. And she just sort of nods and smiles at you.
Always. She'd probably look at the dagger like, you can throw it if you want to. Put the book down.
She looks conflicted. Like, she looks like she wants to, but knowing her husband would probably, like, kill her if she injured a book, she's like, nah, maybe not right now.
V just goes, well, what he doesn't know won't hurt him. Even though he's very well aware of what's going on, apparently. That's She'll try. She'll look at it and be like, it's okay, it's not for everybody. And then she flings another knife at the bookshelf.
Dare I ask why you're throwing knives at bookshelves? We totally don't have to talk about it. And she will, like, take the dagger from her book and just, like, throw it, not aiming for anything, and definitely not aiming anywhere towards you. She's just gonna throw it, like, she's trying to, like, speak V
language.
Yes.
Let's see. Why would V? Well, I don't know if she would tell you exactly, but she'd probably be like, well, practice, takes many forms for a lot of people, and the urge struck. And I don't exactly see this place of knowledge holding a place for somebody with not the inclination of books. So I found a corner that looked a little less important than the rest. So decided it was a good enough place to practice. I'm away from everybody else. So
Brian, out of curiosity, what books is V stabbing with these daggers?
How to perform CPR.
Only the most important ones.
So if you go and look at the book that she's been hitting most,
I mean, I won't look closely, but like I want to glance to get an idea. I don't want to accidentally get hit with a dagger.
The book that has been hit the most is one that says Prophecies and Foretellings.
Oh, so we really need that one, actually. V will throw another knife. I don't know. She's not. Why? You like these things? The books?
Not particularly. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good folklore tale. But I'm not much of a reader. Unless they're like, actually that's not true. Most of the books I was made to read were because of the temple I lived at for a while. Anyway, and she like snaps her head to the side. Do you not like books?
Never got a chance to read them, Grew up on the streets. You don't get to read very often. You're more about your next meal than learning what the letter A stands for. But I can read enough to get by.
Well, it's good you can read. I imagine with your skills, reading comes in handy to do certain things. And you can tell that she's like genuinely trying to understand V because she does not at this point.
Yeah. V's just looking at her like, yeah, reading's a big integral part in killing. Yeah, reading. That's what one of my main focuses is.
No, but I mean it. Like, from what I've heard on off through the grapevine is that assassins and people like yourself, they have contracts and things, yes?
Yes.
And to read those, you would, well, need to know how to read. And she just looks so awkward.
Well, you need to understand the big fancy words they put in there first, but my contract's a little different than maybe yours. Mine came through the prison system more than a general choice.
And Sorsha gets like a goofy smile on her face, and you can tell she's about to make a bad joke. Oh, so I can say that I'll eventually be friends with an outlaw. That's pretty cool.
I've never met somebody excited to be friends with somebody like me before, maybe except for Draz, but that took quite some time for him to even feel enough to protect me.
Sorsha will raise an eyebrow. Look, I grew up in a church, and her eyes get all wide, like she expects you to know what that means. And I'm married to a noble. Like, this is pretty exciting to me, actually. And like, she gets all jittery and like jumpy almost about it. Not that I'm assuming we're going to be friends. At least acquaintances for a while. But eventually I hope that we are friends.
Friends. That was a strong term. I'll say I like you for now.
Oh, good. Good. I would be really sad if you didn't.
Yeah, you're less likely to die when I'm angry.
And she will give you the fakest smile ever. I love that for me. Yay.
V is definitely like, okay, she's crazy.
Totally.
Like V just like read that and was like, all right, she's just gonna drop the conversation and be like, alrighty.
On that, Sorsha's just gonna be like, good luck with your practice, and give her a salute and just like walk, not turning around. So she's gonna walk backwards the way she wants to go, just in case V gets the urge to like throw one at her.
She just decides as you pass. No, that'd be wild. That would be wild.
But Sorsha doesn't know any better. She's like, holy crap, this woman could kill me in my sleep. So I'm just gonna back away slowly.
And she may have thought about it. We just don't know yet.
Exactly.
She might be like Batman for everybody, one of you. A contingency plan. You're her Justice League. You know the reference.
Yes. I dig it.
But that means she would have had to read something and write something to make the plan and write down the plan.
But you know, if you start writing down, you leave a paper trail, you're more likely to get caught. You think V didn't learn that the first time? Now that she's in this situation, she ain't writing nothing down. It's all in that little noggin. Or she tells Draz and he doesn't remember. So it's a great relationship.
So he's your Robin. Is that the comparison here?
I guess we can call him that. You want to be
Straz could
Robin?
hear this. Straz would probably disagree, but
Okay.
he's Commissioner Gordon.
Oh, that's ew. I don't know how I
Maybe
feel
more
about that
outfit.
reference. Anyway, sorry. Ooh. Wow.
All right, V. So as you throw your dagger at this book one more time,
Mm-hmm.
you hit it hard enough that it does fall out of the shelf,
Figured. All right.
and it
What
lands.
page does it
open.
land on?
Page 666.
Why not 69?
Wow, really?
I am a lady. Like, come on.
Why does that correlate? I'm
I don't
confused.
know. Just go with the fucking joke. Just fucking
Mind your business and take the joke. Jeez.
Sure, it
Not
lands
rocket
on
science.
page.
Let's move on. Moving
69.
on.
Yeah. Thank you. You had an opportunity. Okay, what does this page do?
So you go up and you look at it, and at first glance,
Is it a picture book?
it is not. But it does have black pages that seem to have nothing on them at first.
Good.
But then when you really look at it, it's like these words like start to appear almost like, you know, the God, I can't remember what the art form is called. Like where you scratch off the black to find the color underneath it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. And it's in a very elegant handwriting.
Do I know said handwriting?
You do.
Okay.
And that is what it says.
Whoa, hold on, sorry. Holy shit, that's what that one page said?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, I'm reading it by myself, so I guess move.
Say what?
It's gonna take V a while to read it by herself,
Okay.
but she reads it.
So, Thavier, you are finally able to get up from your severe fainting spell.
Not the books. Not the books.
You're a little dizzy, a little lightheaded. As you sit in the garden, a random chalice of wine just kind of floats to you.
Ah, yes. Definitely needed something stronger than water after that.
Oh. All right. Well, we are going to be missing a Kina for the rest. Oh, no. Let's see if I can switch and have it not mess everything up. Nope. Absolutely didn't. Ciao. 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 There we go.
Man.
Got it. Yeah, we had to lose Danielle. She is having to take care of a family member. So for now, we switch to the 5-player screen and roll with who we got.
I think canonically she ditched us anyway.
I mean, that is valid. So
Kina is just lost in the stacks.
Mm-hmm.
yep. So I will say, in the meantime, I'm gonna figure out exactly where to drop you guys, because there is a place to drop you guys.
The question is, did she take any rations with her, or is she going to need to summon Goodberry as well?
You get the feeling that the unseen servants will take care of that. All
They have
right,
plenty of good berries.
that they will provide the sustenance. So I'm gonna drop that and boom and boom. And oh, did I miss doors? I did. How can I call myself a DM if I am forgetting doors? How very dare I? Okay, I'm taking care of it, guys. I got you. In my defense, there's lots of doors on these maps. And we'll put a Thorsha and a Thavier and a Friar. Ciao. All right. So Thavier, you do find yourself in a place where there are some beds and some chambers in which you guys can sleep and call your own. And so that is where I'm dropping you guys. Ciao. There you go. And you guys can take the story from there as we give Hannah just a little bit more of a chance to read what she's got to read before she ends up having to read it to everybody else. Because I'm fairly certain
you're legitimately making this read out loud.
Say what?
I said, you're legitimately making me read this out loud?
Yeah. Because I get to have fun.
That's just mean.
Why don't you read it out loud, for like dramatic effect?
Because V was the one that wrote it, so she would have to read it to you
this?
guys. Or
And
not
I
wrote
have
it.
And
read
I
it.
have elegant handwriting. V does not.
I meant read it. Jesus Christ.
Right. But
You
exactly
read
if
and
you
wrote it
read
from
then
the future.
maybe you should read it.
Are you nervous to read it out loud?
No, I can read it out loud.
All
Nobody
right.
laugh at me.
But before that, because I'll let you read it over a couple more times before we get there.
Good, thank you. Actually,
but yeah, you guys walk up to the rest of the house, and Thavier does show you to this area. Take it away from there. What does that look like as you are being shown the quarters?
Is that me?
Yes, that's you.
So Thavier would just kind of get everybody together. Let me find the voice real quick.
The real question is, would Thavier just automatically assume him and Sorsha were going to take like the biggest, best suite?
V sneaks in right before they can even get. And she's like, "Draft, look, I found a room." No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Go.
oh no. Thavier is the initiate. He has already claimed the quarters.
It'd be so funny though. You just open the door and V goes, "Oh, thank you."
Honestly, Sorsha would be like, okay, let's go find another one.
V wouldn't. All right, sorry.
Yeah, I know that we have lost Kina. She seems to be lost in the stacks, but the spirits of this place infer to me that she shall be well taken care of. All food, drink, and rest shall be provided. It would seem that we have sleeping quarters, and while nothing has been allocated, it would appear that there is enough sleeping quarters here that as long as Sorsha and I split one between us, and as such, we shall take the one at the end of the hall. Each of you may have your own room, should you so desire. Be well, be welcome, and be at home. It is time for us to rest, I do believe. And then Thavier is definitely going into the larger room at the end of the hallway.
Draz is going to come in here and read the book he grabbed.
Wait, you can read?
Of course. Part of learning how to fight is studying what came before, and a lot of that is in book form.
I'm surprised.
So
You
then the
never
question
asked.
is, does V go in there with him, or does V take her own room?
I don't even know what room he went in. Is there even another bed in there?
There's a bed big enough for both of you guys.
I mean, Draz is a rather exceptionally large individual, I would assume.
I'm just
Are
going
you
to tell her,
sure
if you're
you're
interested, there is a window here.
Oh, good. I'll
You
sleep
might
on
be
the
able to
windows.
climb. Well, no, he knows she likes to go up to the roof.
Oh, that is true. Can I get to the roof from this room?
You cannot.
I tried.
Well, I guess I'm going to find my own room if there's no room for me to sleep in comfortably. I mean, I know I don't need sleep, but she ain't. Yeah, she's going to find her own room, I guess, for the first time in a long time.
There you go.
Thank you, wherever you put me.
All right. Before you guys rest for the evening, is there any conversations that you guys want to have, like revelations about anything that you read?
Not for Draz. Draz is keeping his stuff on the down low. He's not really advertising what he's doing.
Sorsha does want to talk to Friar Knight, but it's an after coffee conversation.
Hannah,
Yes.
is there anything you want to talk about before you guys rest?
I don't feel like V would tell anybody what she just read. She'd probably just think it's a weird poem.
This is what I get for dropping plot points on the one who keeps everything to herself.
My fault. That's bad TMing.
Huh?
So that's not my fault. That you just gave the wrong information to the wrong player.
I did.
You want me to trip and happen to just drop the book in front of Thavier and Sorsha? I'll pretend that a little bit more.
No, here's the way we're going to play it.
Okay.
Because you want to be difficult.
Will you leave her alone? Some of your things can be super long and rambly. I wouldn't want to read them out loud either.
This
Jeez.
isn't, well, somebody's going to have to. It's not me. I'm sorry, the dyslexic guy doesn't like reading stuff.
And then
out
you give it to
loud.
the second dyslexic person at the table.
Okay, who at the table is not dyslexic?
Me.
Me.
Selkie?
I plead the fifth.
I can read it.
looks
Like, I can
like-
read it out loud, but just no one get on my case if I say the fucking wrong word.
It
Well,
looks
we're
like
gonna give
the
it to Sorsha.
mustaches have it.
Say what?
Apparently, the sign of not having dyslexia based on this very small population is growing a mustache.
And
Or
a
facial
beard.
hair in general. That's
Better get on it, ladies.
Okay,
Sorry.
you can't say facial hair in general because I have facial hair and I'm dyslexic as shit.
Oh, that's
Oh, that
And
is
I
And
mean,
the
true.
scary part is that I work in engineering.
Technically, there's not a mustache there, but there is a mustache when you have a full beard. So the mustaches have it.
There you go.
There you go. I stand corrected.
All right.
Do you sit corrected, or are you currently standing?
He looks like he's standing. And I know he has one of those stupid fancy standing desks.
I'm always standing. Except for when I'm sitting.
I was going to say, I can't get one over on you if you're just always ready to leap out the window.
All right. So, V, you curl up in bed, the first bed you've had to yourself in a while, and you leave the book propped open on this desk that is in your room.
Can I throw a knife at it?
Jesus Christ, why?
I don't know. I'm just kidding. Okay, sorry.
I mean, it's got a very stabby cover is the problem here.
It's already like, I'm pretty sure she like looked at it and went, wow, I got pretty far into this book. Like,
Yeah, how many
Yeah,
priceless prophecies did I destroy? Who knows? I'm here for it, though. It's good.
It's only
I'm not
priceless if you value it.
So, as you go to bed, you leave the book that's sitting out there. Thavier, you are sitting on this fainting couch as you and Sorsha are
Whoa.
sitting.
Why has it got to be a fainting couch?
Because that's what's in there.
For the dramatics, obviously, because
Yeah.
you're a dramatic thing.
Why does it got to be fainting couch, man? Why I got to throw barbs like that?
Because the man is dramatic. Duh.
But as you're sitting there, your feet up on the table, relaxing, enjoying this very delicious glass of wine that was brought to you by the unseen servant. This book kind of materializes right next to your boots on the table that is,
Before we get to me reading the book, I wish to ritually cast Unseen Servant, and I wish to
Okay.
direct my Unseen Servant to go give the other Unseen Servant a high five.
And he does so. You just hear a random nice.
Nice.
But yes, then that book is sitting there on the table right next to you.
Thavier would open it.
All right. And then I will send it to you.
What harm ever came from reading a book?
Absolutely none.
He's fishing for another inspiration.
I can only have one at a time.
Isn't that how you learn the fireball spell? Is that?
No, Chief lets you have 3 at a time, doesn't he?
Ooh.
I let what now?
damn, Jason. That's a
3 inspirations at a time?
Yeah.
girl can only dream to have 3.
Not if he's doing it right.
Anyway, what does that book say?
Or she. Yeah. Dave here, what does the book say? Yeah.
He has to read it. It's so long.
It's not that long.
It's a
You said.
I glanced at it from my side of the office, and it's pretty long. I'm curious,
not.
but it's pretty long.
Thavier
I'll
would
take the
very
compliment.
specifically read this to Sorsha. When darkness blooms where life should reign, and hollow stars descend like rain, 3 queens shall tread one fated thread, where hope is thought forever dead. At first shall bear the mother's flame, a crown unearned yet hers by name. Through sacrifice the path was sown, her light recalls what fate has known. The second wakes with ancient breath, whose blood remembers fire and death. When scaled divinities heed her call, the eldest havens once more shall fall. The third from woven shadows born, by silken throne in midnight sworn, though long denied her rightful thread, the spider's crown shall grace her head. When crown to crown the 3 align their woven paths by grand design, the broken wheel shall turn once more and open wide redemption's door. Not blade nor crown nor godly might can end the long unnatural night. Only queens by fate entwined may heal the wound that's scarred mankind.
Is there a fireplace in this room, perhaps?
No, there's just 4 oil lamps.
Can there please be a fireplace in this room, perhaps?
Sure. Why not?
I mean, you're a fire druid. You can make your own.
I mean, I couldn't build it, but I see your point, and I dig it. Sorsha is going to stand up from this annoying fainting couch, and she will throw her wine glass with all of her wine in it because she hadn't even taken a sip yet. She just sat down to relax when he started spewing this poem, and she will throw it in the fireplace and like spread her arms out and look at him. What does this even mean?
Prestidigitation so that when the wine ignites in the fireplace, it burns green, blue, and purple.
Don't
Okay.
do that. I'm
As
serious.
you see a
What
single
does it
tear
mean?
fall down Thavier's cheek for the wonderful vintage wine that was just thrown into the fire.
But does he faint again is the question.
No, I don't think he faints over wine. Just
Oh no, Thavier is used to this.
But he's
This is Sorsha.
Ouch. But also, yes.
Thavier is not used to V defiling a library.
I will say, when you go to like close the book, you notice that there is like a deep crater in the middle of it from where a dagger just kept on hitting the same spot. Like at least
Mending.
150 pages are like destroyed with a hole in the middle.
Before he
from where
casts
this
mending,
dagger was
can I
hitting.
just like take the book and try to read it myself?
Sure.
Okay. Because she stabbed it for a reason, so Sorsha wants it to stay that way to respect her.
There, I sent it to you too.
And she's just gonna like pace around the room reading. What does this mean? Apparently, I'm a princess, but I was abandoned. And like she's like all of a sudden speaking in tongues, super confused, and she'll just throw the book at Thevir. What does it mean? You're the smart one, I'm the pretty one. What does it mean?
Well, my love, if you would like me to pontificate, I can give you my initial assumptions on the meaning behind this poem, but this does lead to more of a conversation that we may have to have.
She will give you Lily's your dead look. Say what you need to say, or say nothing.
Well, as with most poems, you break it down stanza by stanza. You find the correlations between them, and you strive to understand what each paragraph is stating. So the first paragraph, if we break it down, when darkness blooms where life should reign, this seems to imply that the natural order of things will become disrupted. You can look further into, and hollow stars descend like rain, the stars falling out of the very sky would be disastrous.
Sorsha's gonna hold her hand up, and specifically like both hands actually, and be like, stop it. Stop it. Forest fires bring life to dead places. So rewind and say it again. Make it make sense. And she looks so serious right now.
Make it make sense.
There is a great calamity that this book forewarns of. Darkness blooms where life shall reign, hollow stars descend like rain is objectively a calamity. None of this is natural, and none of this is the regrowth of a forest fire. You know as well as I do, my dear. Forest fires bring new life because they recycle the nutrients, the very essence of the stars into the soil. But all life requires light. And when darkness overruns that light, when we lose the very stars themselves and the light no longer shines upon this world, there we shall find calamity. Does that make sense for you?
Not particularly. Is darkness such a bad thing? And she will unzip her dress to show you her dragon mark again. You've seen this more than anybody else, and it grows every day. Every day. Does that make me dark? Am I some evil thing waiting to be killed? I don't know what's what. I've grown up with this thing, and I don't know what it means. I don't know what it is. And I don't know what's worse is because everybody who finds out that I have it either wants to kill me, and I don't know if it's worse that, I want to let them just do it. But there's nothing wrong with darkness, my love. Have you seen the people we are working with? Each of them have their own dark secrets. I can't even figure them out. I can't fathom what they have been through. Not to mention what I was told by Kina. I haven't even wrapped my head around it yet because he's always been so gentle and caring and again she'll start pacing a little bit.
And at this, Devir will hold up both of his hands. My love, the key point here is when darkness blooms, where life or light shall reign. Darkness is a part of all life. And point of clarification, Brian, the attachment of the Platinum Dragon, the mark is not black, is it?
Well, as you are looking at it, and you have seen it plenty of times, and where it used to just be coming in with kind of silvery scales, and it is growing, you are now seeing scales of every chromatic color, every metallic color, and now new to even you're seeing like the gem color scales coming in.
You point at your mark as proof that darkness is not catastrophic. You point at our party members and the dark secrets in which they hold. But the truth of the matter is that darkness requires balance. Too much light would be destructive upon this earth. You, my love, who are so tied to nature, understand that the true power in nature is maintaining the balance. And when that balance is skewed, there catastrophe lies. If all of a sudden we were fixated and all we saw all day long was the sun, crops would wither and die, the planet would heat. And on the other side, when we became tidally locked, that side would grow cold. There is a balance that must be preserved, and that is precisely what this seems to warn. When the darkness blooms, light is destroyed and the balance is wrecked. Then 3 queens must walk a path together. Further goes on to talk about the first shall bear the mother's flame, a crown unearned, yet hers by name. There's information that I have for you that seems to speak towards either this or the second stanza, where the second wakes with ancient breath. When scaled divinities heed her call, look at your very mark on that third stanza. Is there not scales or scaled divinities potentially present. And now when we look at the third one, the third from Woven Shadows Born, who else embodies the shadows as much as she from the lineage of Loth? This seems to be pointing at the three of you within this very party needing to march step in step. But it does not seem like you must march it alone, or just the three of you.
And at that, Sorcerer will walk straight up to Thevir, like get all up in his personal space, steal his wine, take a big swig of it. Me, a queen, right? That's. And she'll sort of like tilt her head back and forth, and again she'll start pacing. V looks like she's about to kill me. Draz, I don't know. The only conversation I've really had with him was about giving you prune juice. Friar Knight he's a very good dancer, but other than that, I really don't know him. And Kina is so preoccupied about all of these things. There is no balance here. And she will give you this very serious, concerning look, and you can sort of see this sadness in her eyes. There's no balance with all of us. You know me. I am a people pleaser. And she'll take another swig of the wine and then hand the glass back before she starts pacing again. I don't like this. I don't like not knowing. I don't like somebody calling me a princess, and like her eyebrow shoots right up and she gives you this look because you know that she was raised as an orphan in a temple and definitely doesn't have any like and like like enemies fake kidnapping you to being married is a whole long story I won't get into right now, but like you know the things. So she's feeling a lot of feelings, and she's feeling very overwhelmed, very confused, and she just sort of shrugs, and just for dramatic effect she will faint on the fainting couch, hands on the back of her neck, elbows up.
By the way, has anybody ever actually tried to sit on a fainting couch? They are so uncomfortable. There is no comfortable way to sit on it unless you go onto it just like Sorsha described and faint into it.
Exactly. That's the whole point. It's a fainting couch. That's what it's there for.
You know, back when women were diagnosed with hysteria and all they needed was a pelvic massage to correct that hysteria.
Yeah.
But never mind. It's gonna give a history lesson, but never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Sorsha, you are becoming so focused on words. Yes, words have meaning, and you must analyze them. A princess must inherently have some sort of a land in which they hail from.
And she's going to cut you off. You don't understand. Words are my life. I grew up in that temple. I worshipped Havo. And she'll just give you this sad look and sort of turn her head very dramatically towards you. Words are my life. Overanalyzing things is what I do. This group doesn't make sense. That poem doesn't make sense. So, please, I beg of you, make it make sense.
The second wakes with ancient breath, whose blood remembers fire and death. This speaks to you. Upon becoming initiated into this temple, I have found certain information that will be difficult for you to accept. But at the end of the day, what I want you to remember is that while words have power and they have meaning, they don't define us. In many ways, we strive to trap ourselves within the words that we use to describe ourselves, but it never meets the mark. The words I have for you is awakened. And at this, Thevir would pull out the book. Ophelia Embervane. This implies that she was your mother. That you are a part of a group of people that the gods or whomever hold power over this worldscape continually reborn or continually cause to be reborn within this world. You are special. And no one knows this more than I. I have been struck by how special you truly are from the very first time you saved my life. Before, I didn't even know you and assumed that you were the one kidnapping me. I knew you were special. Queen, princess, these are descriptors, they're adjectives, they enhance a support. But really all they provide is legitimacy. The legitimacy to make changes upon the face of this world. And that legitimacy is not prerequisites on the status of your birth, the status on the way that you were raised within the orphanage, but about what you claim as your own. History is riddled with people with no noble blood, taking their nobility at the point of a sword or a lance. Perhaps the point of this poem is that you have the option to take your nobility. You and, as I assume, V and Kina have the option to take the point of your nobility from the influence of this poem, of this potential prophecy. You have potential. And that is all that this recognizes, but it also recognizes that that potential cannot be realized unless you do what you have always done. Maintain and find the balance. You want to talk about forest fires at the very beginning of this conversation, my love. But here's the thing. Forest fires are a delicate balance between the destructive nature completely wiping out massive swaths of area so that nothing grows back for thousands of years, or the conditions being just right for a controlled burn that maintains life. And if there is a balance to be found, perhaps that is your role. Why else would you have been raised in a monastery? Why else would you have been taught all of the meanings of all of the words? And at the end of the day, found yourself in a role that requires maintaining balance. Even your own outbursts, the affliction brought upon you by these scales, there is a balance there. When you are over the top, over to sleep for 5 nights in a row because of amorous natures, we find described you finding a balance between yourself, who I would assume is
You all right? So, I don't know if we lost Talon. He seemed to be right in the middle of saying something and then just kind of stopped abruptly. But we are going to take this moment in time, though, to take our bio break real quick. And then we can come back and finish up. So if you guys give us just 5 minutes, we will be right back. All right. Where to go? There it is. All right. So give us 5 minutes. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hopefully, all of us are back. Before we left, Sorsha and Thavier were having a little bit of technical difficulty. Is that still going on?
I don't know. You tell me. I've got my camera off. Nothing extra is going on my computer. Am I able to be heard?
I can hear you.
I hear you.
That is an improvement.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, because you kind of just like ended like in the middle of your like this deep moment, and I was just kind of like, did I miss a cue? Nope. Your internet just went wonky. So yeah, then we'll pick it up right where we left off then and let you guys finish up your moment there.
Okay. I doubt I can recreate it perfectly, but what was the last thing everybody heard? Where in my diatribe was I at?
That would have been a really great question to ask me 5 minutes ago.
I was trying to say things, and then apparently my internet still sucked because you just kept talking right over me, and I imagine it just never made it through.
It did not. So the last word I remember you saying was "I imagine," and that was it.
Ooh, that does not give me a whole lot to work on. Where's Kino? We need somebody to sum up. I shall sum up. No, it is too much.
Summary. Give me a moment. Give me a mo. Okay. Doing the research, the last thing you said was describes you finding a balance within yourself. I think.
Who I would assume.
Now you're gone again.
Yes. So, are they gone again?
Say
I don't think so.
Oh wait, now you're back. Okay.
Well, we're at least hearing an echo from them.
So, Thavier would end this with, if there is anyone who can find a balance within this estranged party of ours, it is you. In many ways, I believe that this is what you have been raised for. You have learned the meaning of words, you have studied your God's tenets, and you have chosen the path of balance. Balance between nature, and that balance may prevent whatever calamity, but if we assume this prophecy is true, may save all of mankind. But the thing that I need you to know, Sorsha, as you saved my life, this is not a path that you shall tread alone. I will always be by your side. And above table as the Nope Wizard galore.
Nice.
Is Thevir holding this book with random names he mentioned? Or no names he mentioned, I guess. He's changing his name.
He's what?
Since Xavier has continually referenced what he's read, he is absolutely holding the book with all of its veins, scratches, and impeding marks.
No,
and
not that
destruction
book.
and-
I'm not talking about the book with the poem in it. I'm talking about the book with these random past lives he mentioned.
Oh no, he flipped through that just to find the name of Sorsha's mother, but after that he didn't reference back that book, so it would be sitting on the table. There's a table. Yes? Yes.
And look at that, we got a Keenan back.
Hi,
Well-
sorry. Dealing with some
You're
family.
okay.
It is sitting right there.
No, you need to stop.
Sorsha would sort of give him a look. And then she would go towards that book sitting on the table and sort of flip through it. And for a moment, she is contemplating casting Produce Flame to burn it. And she has it in her hand, and she will look at Thevir. Past lives? And she'll shrug, and like her hands go up with this book and this big gesture. Who cares about them? They don't matter. What matters is the right now. I have people to protect. You. Draz with his prune juice. Friar Knight, a V, even if she wants to kill me, I still want to protect her. This is dangerous. And she holds the book up a little bit and like just waving it around. And then she will sort of take a deep breath and put the book down on his end table, not hers, in case he wants to look at it again. And she will...
At this, Xavier would just kind of look at Sorsha. There is a truth that is more inherent to every experience of mankind, be ye Minotaur or Drow, Tiefling, Elf. It matters not. The truth is that we are a product of the history that makes us. We can argue nature versus nurture all day long, but in your studies and your experiences, you have, I guarantee it, seen that nurture tends to win out. But our nature still plays a part. And when we deny experiences that could give us a leg up, you don't have to bond with these past lives. You don't have to accept these memories as your own. You don't even have to let yourself be defined by them. But to be unwilling to learn from them, that is far more That is far more short-sighted than I have ever seen you be. And I understand that fear is a powerful motivator. But you have me by your side. So don't let fear be your motivator. Stand strong in the nature of our relationship. And stand strong with the support that we may eventually find. This prophecy warns that you need to find balance. So if you worry that V wants to murder you, I know she wants to murder me as a noble. But if you need to find that safety and security, that is on you to help create.
Sorsha's just gonna roll her eyes super over dramatically and just say, "Go to bed," and point to the bed.
All right, so you guys get into bed.
No, I didn't say that. I'm waiting for him to fall asleep.
Oh, okay.
Thevir has been banished to the fainting couch, I'm assuming, while Sorsha goes
Oh,
through...
no. He can totally take the bed. That's fine.
I would like to mark this point in history that the husband that said something potentially wrong is not the one balanced or banished to the couch.
Nice.
Fainting couch. You own it.
Which would
Say
be
it.
so uncomfortable to actually
Mhm.
sleep on. All right, so for sake of narrative, we'll say Thavir goes to bed. What is Sorsha doing as
As soon as she realizes that he's asleep, Sorsha would like to find a Friar Knight. If he's not asleep, if he's asleep and like snoring, she's not going to bother him, but she would like to have a conversation with him.
He purrs aggressively while he sleeps.
His
Oh my
form,
god, that's adorable.
So I will. You know what? I'll say
like
it
he has
this
a
way.
giant ball of yarn that he's kind of hitting in the air. Like he's chasing it.
So you don't find him asleep yet. You find him,
No, I would
or
be
what
mad.
one can only assume is the like 11,000th time, is like on his bed, walking in a circle, like kneading down certain spots.
And eating bread, as cats do. Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to make it perfect, and it never quite is.
And he does groan a couple times.
I mean, Sorsha wouldn't see that. Assuming he has his own room, she would like sort of like listen in, and like knock if she hears him moving around.
And he'll go, huh? I'll get back to you in a moment. Yes, no, yes.
And
He'll
Sorsha
go-
will roll her eyes. Yes, no. She tilts her head back and forth like, ugh.
That's when he'll open the door.
Oh,
Well, hello. Shouldn't you be in bed? Oh no, something has happened.
No.
She
She is
passed
under a
out.
silent spell. I shall fix it. Slap, 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 slap. No.
and her eyes will sort of like turn into slits. Look,
Oh, there you
I
are.
don't normally knock on people's doors in the middle of the night, but I have questions. And she will sort of like take a step back and like gesture for you to come out. And if there's like a garden, this amazing mansion, that is where she wants to go.
Absolutely, there is.
Then I will follow you and lead the way.
And she will. And normally, as you've seen her, she's been skipping or like super happy-go-lucky, but she is almost marching like a soldier into this garden.
Very angry. I have that effect on people sometimes, yes, no?
And she'll turn her head back over her shoulder. I'm not angry. Do you always have to say? And she'll mock your accent. Yes, no.
Yes. What is wrong with that? You are very critical of what other people say.
Actually, I'm not. You just confused me because I don't know you yet. Anyway, and she'll
Oh, well,
continue
that is fair.
walking to the garden. And she'll find a spot. If there's a pond, she will stay far away from it as she does not like getting wet. And she'll sort of find a bench.
That's fine. I don't like get wet either. So
So she will find a bench, maybe with like some pretty giant red flowers poking around, and she will just sort of pat the bench on like as far away from her as she can.
he will take a seat. So you have questions? Yes, no. Other than my dialect.
Again, her eyes will slit like, ugh, you're so annoying. But she will nod. You actually have answers, is what I'm wondering. I'm also wondering if I should ask you the questions I have, or if I should ask you questions about you, because you're new here. and I don't know you.
Well, we have a little bit of time. Ask whatever questions you would like, and I will try to answer them to the best of my knowledge.
What brought you to this group? And she gives you a very serious look. Like she's sitting up straight, like she's definitely using Thevir's knowledge of nobility to be like intimidating almost.
I am here on behalf of the gods. They have sent me, for they know you need assistance.
And at that, Sorsha will put her head to her knees and sort of like rub the back of her neck, bent over. How about help me? And she'll sit up straight again. Which gods? For which person? And her eyes will get all wide and her eyebrow will raise like, yeah, tell me something I don't know.
Well, he will point to his forehead, which has the moon on it. Well, the main gods that I serve are the moon goddesses. But, well, they are the main ones I serve. They are the ones that have sent me, although they gave me knowledge of others, such as the Platinum Dragon and such. But they did not give me all the knowledge I have, or all the knowledge that they know, of course. They just gave me what I needed.
You have knowledge of your own. And she smiles because she thinks she made a joke.
Perhaps.
And she's being like genuinely friendly. Like she's not trying to poke fun or like cause a fight. She's like actually trying to like jest with you.
Well, he will laugh along too. Like, yes, well, what I know about all of you, I know from the gods, is what I will, and what they have bestowed upon me to assist you.
And on that, her face will get a little bit serious. Well, the knowledge you have on others is for them to ask. But I guess, and she looks conflicted. And she gets up and starts pacing for a moment before she just flat out sits on the ground. And she picks a flower and she's sort of playing with the petals. And then she looks up at you on the bench. What about me do you know exactly? I'm not trying to be invasive. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I know nothing of my family or my line. So you getting here and calling me a princess, and she says it with sass and like makes a really goofy face, like, ugh, princess. It makes no sense, and I'm wondering what it means. And you could tell, no insight check needed. She is genuinely curious and confused, and she looks very uncomfortable just asking you this.
He will, with that, I guess he'll kind of stand up and take a knee not exactly next to you, but nearby you, and grab a flower of his own and say, what I know of you is that you are called as the Platinum Marked. What that exactly means, I do not know all of the details. I know you have a future that you can choose, as we all have futures we can choose. And I am here to help you where I can with that.
And why is that exactly? Is it because your gods told you? And her eyebrows will sort of furrow, like she's genuinely so confused as to what you're doing here. And you could tell it's almost like she wants to be distracted from what she actually asked you. Like she's not ready for the information yet. So she's poking at you, almost.
He'll sit and think for a second. The gods know that you and your friends are on a very important task for them. Some may say the end of the world. And you will need all the help you can get. It is very rare when so many people are mentioned in prophecy all at once. I know you are one of 3 queens. Well, not queens yet, but
She would absolutely roll her eyes at that. Just saying.
yes, I know. It is a hard thing to believe. You would only think the one would be here, and yet, oh, lo and behold, turns out everyone running around is a queen. I am a little worried that Jazz is going to be a queen soon. Although, funny enough, I had thought initially that Théville would be more of the prince consort. Yes, that's what I thought the gods would refer to him as. Do you know they don't refer to him as the prince consort?
At that, Sorsha's embers on her skin would sort of like spark a little bit. It's basically the equivalent of a blush for her, but she's not going to say anything. She's just going to wait for you to continue.
Yeah, that is kind of what I thought. But no, they call him the Queen's God. I just thought that was an interesting fact. It seems you have a few people here that are here to help you.
Are you one of them? And she gives you a very serious look. And like she stops messing with the flower for a minute and she gives you this like be real with me face.
And he will look back at you with a serious face and say, yes, I am one here to help you. For you to succeed on your mission, as I say in a way, your prophecy, yes, no? I know you roll your eyes there, but...
I was going to say that, yeah.
But fate is a funny thing. And you need as much help as you can get.
She is going to sort of slowly shake her head no, and then look at you. Is fate not bullshit? Do we not create our own stories?
He will take a sniff of this flower, and he will say, well, of course we pick our own stories.
Do we? Because
you are chosen.
And God's goddess is helping us, and she sort of like shrugs and she'll throw her flower. Sorry.
Prophecy and fate.
Interrupted you.
Yeah. Prophecy and fate are a funny thing. Just because there is a prophecy and someone says it is your fate, you could always choose not to do it. Yes, no?
Why didn't you choose not to help us? And how exactly are you helping us? Are you here to give us information? Are you here to... What even are you? And she like waves her hands at you, like gesturing at you, like,
Yeah.
What are you?
I am a Friar Nightgrace, a humble servant of the gods. And how I can help you is I will tell you everything I know. When there is a task, I will help as you need.
Oh, so you just know things?
Well, I've been sharing what I know.
Well, can you maybe share a way that V won't kill me? Because I'm really worried that she will. And she gives you like an almost pouty face. Like she's like genuinely like concerned that she like isn't friends with V.
You will laugh a little bit. I do not have all the answers now. I can only do so much. But
then what good are you? And she like gestures at you and she laughs, but and also and then she'll get a really serious face. I want to make a difference in this group and in this world. And I'm sure you would like to make a difference too, which is why you're here. I just I want everybody to be okay. And she'll look at you with sad eyes. Can you tell me if everyone is going to be okay? Is that an answer you know?
he will look down and look at you with some sad eyes and say, "Unfortunately, I do not know the future. The prophecies, they do not know the future. They just know that this is what, if things happen a certain way, then you get the result. I guess the gods know more of this than I do, and that's how I'm sure they come up with their prophecy shenanigans. I cannot tell you if everyone will be okay because I do not know. You cannot. It is hard to worry about such things because you cannot control what everyone else does. You say you want to make a difference. You say you want
No.
to be
And she'll hold a hand up. I do want to make a difference, but I don't want them to follow me blindly into a battle where they may die. That doesn't seem right. Then I guess I was just hoping that. Then she'll sort of plop down, crisscross applesauce, put her elbow on her knee, hand on her chin, and look at you. I hoped you could tell me that all of us had a happy ending. And she'll just sort of fake smile at you.
I wish I could say that. I wish I could say everything will work out for the best. But I do not know. Is it possible we all make it through? It is. Is it possible we do not? It is as well. As you asked, fate, we must make choices for ourselves. And each person, sometimes the choices go well, sometimes no.
And then she'll give you this big sigh. Okay. Well, I'm sorry I interrupted your Then she'll tilt her head a little. Sleep ritual?
Well, we all have a little ritual before we go to bed. We all have little things we do before bed. Yes, no? Do you not have a ritual? Do you not do anything every time, most times before you go to bed?
I suppose I give Thever a kiss on the forehead before I fall asleep.
Well, there you go. I must make sure my bed is comfy. That is how I do it.
Well, I hope you get much needed rest. And she will just sort of stand up, pat him on the shoulder, if he's okay with that. And then she will go to bed.
I hope you do as well. Heavy is the head that leads.
All right. So as you make your way to bed, then, as you guys are getting somewhat accustomed to objects kind of just floating around as you guys are occupying this space, when you get down to the corridor to your bedrooms, you do see Kina is just passed out, floating like in midair, as it's very obvious something is holding her shoulders and her feet. And she is being kind of just floated into the bedroom, or the one that is unoccupied, so hers.
Huh. I thought she would have lasted longer.
Saoirse would immediately call for Jazz, like scream for him.
What?
Saoirse is screaming for Draz because,
What can I do for you?
what is this? What is this? I can't lift her up. All of a sudden, she's floating.
Talk to your
Hey!
husband.
Hey, what is? And like she looks like distressed.
I say,
And,
talk
like-
to your husband. He's the one in charge of this place.
My husband is sleeping. I am mad at him. Not that you need to know why. But
I do not want to know why.
So like
good.
Please
You
tell me
see
this
her-
wakes me.
you see her go into the room, and then you see her being like laid on the bed, and like the covers being pulled over her. Like it fully looks like she's being tucked in.
Sorsha
See,
100%
it's-
called for V2. Like,
It's just those creepy unseen servants.
Please tell me like
I'm-
the screaming wakes me, and I'm just like,
Nope.
"Ah!" I'm so-
Actually, you know what? Yeah, right after you get tucked in, all of a sudden, like you were having such a lovely dream already, and then all of a sudden, like, yeah, the scream just like wakes you up. But you're like in a really comfy bed.
I'm just. How did I get here?
you
Uh,
tell us.
If I had to guess, you fell asleep reading, and the creepy ghost people brought you to bed.
Where are my books?
In the library, you daft thing.
Couldn't
She's just
tell
gonna
ya.
stand up and go back to the library.
No. No.
While you run away, we will turn you around. Like,
Yes,
no.
exactly. I was gonna
Each of you
Sorsha
take one of her
100%,
arms.
like, no, not arms, shoulders, just like she's a beanbag who's like just getting tossed back to the bedroom.
You hacky sacked the druid again.
Exactly.
the
Druid to
books will
druid.
be
I
there
You know,
tomorrow.
if Tina had a silver piece for every time she got hacky sacked, she'd have 2 silver pieces, which isn't a lot.
But it's weird that it's
But
happened.
it's weird that happened twice.
And I'm just like, stop it! I was reading. I need to do research.
No. You need sleep.
I have to
And she
sleep,
gives you like
and
a
I have
super serious look, like I'm the boss. You sleep.
one more
And she
book.
will point to the bed, like very like
One more book.
assertive, like grumpy. No,
One more book.
no. You can read another book tomorrow. You
I'm
need sleep.
nearly finished
V,
with the book I was on. I will just finish that book and then I will go to sleep.
but we have a job to do. Draz, V, do you agree?
Yes. Kina, do I need to knock you out? Roll for deception, because I'm not actually going to do it. 10.
Okay, I 100% know you're lying, I feel like.
I will say, like, behind him, one of the unseen servants does bring you some whatever tea helps you go to sleep.
The creepy ghost people.
Yeah.
I
creepy
thought you
ghost
were gonna
people.
say the unseen servants brings her a book, and I was gonna be like, nope, I'm gonna bitch slap that thing.
Nope, they bring her a thing of, I don't know,
Good,
what tea helps you fall
Chamomile.
asleep.
Chamomile.
Chamomile.
There you go. That's the one.
Thank you. And I will just take the tea and. Okay, but I can finish this one book and then I will sleep.
As the DM has so awesomely granted me performance, she's gonna pull out her lyre and she's gonna start plucking at the outside of her door a little lullaby that she knows from her childhood.
How close is V's room to this? Because this will definitely get her pissed.
Oh no! Sorsha called for B. That's the thing. Like she called for Draz and B. She left her husband alone. Friar Knight was with her, or like right behind her. So like,
All right, so because this was brought up to me too, as Sorsha is sitting outside of Kina's door, just gently playing this lullaby, Draz, you go back to your room, you close the door, you get nestled into the bed, and you kind of let out one of those big man stretches, just a big yeah, like spread out in the bed. And your door gets kicked open. And there is an angry V.
You know, you could just ask her to stop playing.
Oh, no. I'm not angry at her. I'm angry at you, Bull.
What did I
And she
do?
slams the door behind her as she walks in. Kicking me out of the room?
I kicked you out of nothing.
Yes, you did. You said there wasn't enough room.
I didn't say there was enough room. I was just trying
I'm
to
the
find
one
you a
that
window
kicks
to the
people
roof.
out. No, I'm the one that kicks you out, not you.
As always.
V gets
This is
on
a
the bed and kicks him
misunderstanding.
out of the bed physically. Like she will put both her feet and like physically push him out of the bed. And she'd be like, "You can sleep on the floor."
Give me a strength check.
It's not gonna work.
Guidance.
You cannot. You are playing a lullaby to keep Hina asleep. You cannot
From
guide
across
her.
the hall,
I know,
guys.
it was a joke for comedic effect. Jeez.
Mind you, V has a -1 in strength, guys. Ooh, I rolled a 17, so I got a modest 16. I rolled a 17, I got a modest 16.
That was a delayed echo. That was fun. So you
My
managed,
internet just froze. What happened?
Don't worry about it. So you managed to shove Draz over to one side of the bed, but you don't manage to get him all the way out.
Yeah, Draz is going to nestle in. And
She's
he is
still
going
trying.
to- I need to make a sleight of hand check to see if I can
Excuse me?
put the book that I was reading in a place she won't see it.
Oh, do I see that?
I don't know.
I'm rolling. Well, what's
Listen.
my passive?
18.
No, you can't use passive if he's doing something to actively hide. You have to, and I
Fine,
will
I'm
say, because
rolling.
you are currently trying to push him, give me a perception check at disadvantage.
Why? I would be looking straight at him. How would that be disadvantage? How am I kicking somebody off? I'm just saying. Like, wouldn't I be looking at him, kicking him off the bed? It'd be kind of weird if I'm like,
Not if you're putting
No,
everything
no.
into trying to push him out of bed.
Your focus is on kicking this big guy out of bed, not on if he's hiding something from you. That's
I feel like I would see it anyway. Fine, you said perception
At
at
disadvantage.
disadvantage?
Yep.
Fine. Pick. I have an 18 or a 19, so I guess we're going with the 18.
18. And Draz, what
And
did you
plus,
get?
no, I have +5 to that 18, so.
Oh, shit. So
yeah.
you see him attempting to hide something.
Oh, no, V stopped pushing and she's going to grab that book.
All right. And if you look at the book, it is basically
She won't open it. What's the book cover? She'll give him that much privacy.
so it is basically the equivalent of the Bible for Nemal, which is NE''MAHL, which you recognize immediately as the goddess of death. But in this world, the goddess of death does not have a necessarily negative connotation. Death is more looked at as something, depending on the culture, something earned. You know, kind of just the next step, and you know, so it's not necessarily like dark and occult. It's just like any other
Okay.
theological text. So
I guess V will look at the book cover, look at him, and go, why is everybody trying to hide stuff from me? And she hands it to him and goes, like, I already know what that is, but why can't you read it in front of me?
I don't think I've ever fully told you what's all happened to my family, have I?
Well, I haven't exactly told you my whole story either. You know, you get a different version every time we talk.
Yeah, it's kind of expected at this point, and I don't really open up to anyone about this because it's not something I think about. Most of them are dead. It's one of the reasons I hate the Driat Glana. It's because they killed my father. And then they killed my brother. And then they took my little sister hostage. She might still be alive. I don't know. I've never been able to pick up any leads on her. But what I don't tell anyone is that my mother is alive and well. I mean, we know that Nimal is not necessarily bad, not necessarily good. She guides people to the next plane. But there are some would call them cults, who go full in, and they believe that they can help guide people in death. And my mother abandoned me after my sister was taken, and she joined this cult. I haven't spoken to her in years, and I always thought it was gobbledygook, that there was nothing to it, that she was crazy and just lost in her grief. And I always hoped that one day she would come back, but all this going on, us with the Lunari sisters apparently taking an interest in us, and apparently these pantheons are real, got me thinking that maybe I misjudged my mother, and I wanted to read up a little bit and see if there was anything to it. That's why I'm reading this. Don't worry, I'm not going to go all religious on you.
Good. Thought I was going to have to kill you here and now.
You could try.
I could do it.
Not convinced. You can lie to everybody. It's not good to lie to yourself, though.
With that, V just turns her back to him and goes, whoa. V definitely like makes that aggressive like turn around, like to go like to pretend to be asleep, and you just hear go like shh. Like that really fake snoring, like, oh, she ain't touching this story.
I don't think I need to tell you not to mention this to anyone. I don't like talking about my personal life.
Oh. I'm sleeping. Yeah. Heard nothing. Got it.
Excellent. Well then, good
Night.
night.
Falls asleep.
I put the corks on my horns and I go to sleep.
That's funny.
That's funny. All right.
It's common Minotaur custom.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
It does. So the rest of you are asleep.
I'm
or
back in the
your
library.
trance. Say what?
I'm back in the library.
Nope, you are knocked the fuck out.
No, I told you what I did.
You're dreaming that you're in the library. You're looking at all the books. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I will say you go to like open the door and you find that it has been barred shut.
That's why I wild shaped into an ant, crawled out the crack in the door.
No. You're sleeping.
You're really reaching for straws.
Hey, you know what? Just give
Dude,
her
you
levels
are
of
going to
exhaustion.
start suffering levels of exhaustion, and it's gonna get bad.
Okay, in all fairness, she just got to a library. Presumably, we're staying here at least a day or two. Like, I'm 100% fine with suffering exhaustion, because she's pulling an all-nighter. She has a lot of research she needs to do.
You already fell asleep once. Girly Pop drank her chamomile tea. She's passed out.
Fine.
I have my reasons. But before you find out what those are, Sorsha,
Yes.
your sleep is finding you. Well, you're having a difficult time finding it. Because every
Of course.
time you close your eyes and you start falling asleep, you start having incredibly vivid dreams. Even though you hate water, you remember sailing on this ship in waters that you don't recognize. And you just remember being filled with this elation of being on the water and the smell of the sea in your face and the breeze coming across the water and just filling the sails and how happy the sound of the sails make you. And then you kind of wake up from that and kind of turn over and try to go back asleep again. And you are having this dream of being carried by this incredibly muscular half-drow woman
Rude.
as she's carrying you almost like a baby.
Like a sack of potatoes, I would imagine.
Yeah. But a very loving sack of potatoes. And then you kind of like get up from that one, roll over again. And then the most vivid dream you have yet. You remember some kind of a deity, some disembodied voice laughing, chuckling, nothing malicious, just giggling almost, as you get dangled over a tent. And you don't know who's in the tent, but you remember hearing that they are definitely not sleeping.
I'm so mad at you right now, but we will
You
table that.
swear you hear like a bear roar for a second. For like just a second, and then you remember like you've experienced falling through the air and crashing through this tent and seeing just this very familiar white-skinned tiefling woman just kind of struggling to like cover herself, looking at you and just being like, who the bloody hell are you? And you just being like, ah. And all these, they kind of swirl in like dreams, but they seem so real. Everything seems so tangible, so vivid, so essential. Every time you wake up from one of these dreams, it's more like a memory than it is. You know, it's trying to remember a faint memory than it is trying to remember a dream. And you kind of sit up after one of those dreams and you're kind of just like looking around in the room trying to, you know, get your bearings again. And that book is just sitting there on Thavir's nightstand. And it almost seems to be calling to you in a sense. Not anything actually calling to you, but just a feeling inside of you. What do you do in that moment?
She would ignore the book and she would go to the room where she last talked to Bossman. Whether or not he's there, she doesn't know, but he mentioned dreams, so her thought process is he's the one to talk to. So that is where she goes. And she will sit in the chair on the opposite side of the desk and just sort of wait.
So, I will say that you go to the room that he has designated as his office down in the archives, which is kind of funny considering that's where we're not letting Danielle go. But you can go there. And
I'm awesome.
you open the door and you see Vorvar standing there, and as he turns to look at you, all in a flash, in a fraction of a second, you see him. All of a sudden, he has the face of a younger looking fire genasi for just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, he has the face of a noble sea elf.
Oof.
And then all of a sudden, he has just this flash of this very himbo looking monk who just has this innocent but concerned look in your face, or in his face.
Oh.
Before it kind of comes back to Vorvar's face, and he just kind of like gives you this kind of like knowing look. And what he says, we are going to find out next time, because that's where we're going to call it.
Oh, that's just mean, but I
Isn't it?
accept it. That's
But it is also a good stopping point.
Fine.
So that is where we're going to call it for tonight. Usually right now is when we do what else is going around in the Nexus. So a little bit different this week. We do have Threads of War this week, but it's happening tomorrow on Tuesday at 7:30, I believe. At 7:30 Central, because we got some of the players got some stuff going on, so we are going to move that up. Boom. We're going to run that on Tuesday just this week. And then Wednesday, as long as I have enough players, we are going to be doing a one-shot of Cyberpunk Red. So that'll be fun. And I'm going to sit there. It will be so very obvious that I know so much less of what I'm doing in that one. But I will say I did run a one-shot with it with my family on Friday. It is a fun system. It's going to be really weird for those of you playing here. You're going to need D10s and D6s, and that's it. Yeah. It's weird. But it's going to be fun. So tune in for that. I believe we're going to stream that, unless I feel super unconfident about it, and then we're going to record it and then maybe post it later, unless it's just that bad. One of those things is going to happen. On Thursday, I believe Bill is going to have the Talkwork Nexus.
That is the plan, and we're going to do it a little bit later because I'm going to get Jason to finally show up for one.
Oh, yay! Nice.
So we're excited about that. So it'll probably end up being around 8:30. I think 8:30
right.
Central, maybe a little bit earlier. We'll see how it goes.
Cool. So that will be Thursday. And then for future things coming up in the Nexus, we are very excited because we kind of talked about this a while ago. And then we kind of put it on the back burner and let it sit because we were waiting for Selkie to get back to us as to when she would be available, just to find out that Selkie had somehow gotten kicked out of the chat or left the chat or whatever it was.
Yeah, Discord was being
which was just fucking weird. So we were all sitting here waiting on her to tell us when she's available, and she wasn't even in the chat to know. We were all waiting. But either way, we brought it back up, talked about it. The Sisters Scorned, we are finally going to do that, where you are going to see me DMing Miss Danielle down there, Hannah, Selkie. Taylor is going to come back and make an appearance.
No. How you should have said that was mother and daughter from the first stream ever are going
That
to
is true. I am very excited.
Yes.
They are going to play Ayla and Riri, which is the mother and daughter from the first from New Beginnings that we did, which we loved so much. But they're going to play them. And then my lovely wife is also going to be joining us for that one shot. And that is going to be on July 11th. So it's going to be on a Saturday. It's going to be a little bit later. We're not going to start until 8:30 Central, but it's going to be a good one. We all need to get our naps that day because I'm sure that's going to run a little bit late, but it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really stoked about it. So that'll be, again, Saturday, July 11th for Sister Scorn. So looking out a couple of weeks, but that's going to be coming. And I believe that's all I have to talk about what's coming up. Oh, Universe's Worm, is that happening this week with the holiday coming up or no?
I didn't realize when I was planning everything out how close the holiday was, so I shall be leaning on Senor Hug Buddy to put out a poll. We will know within a couple of days whether or not we're playing.
All right. So stay tuned for if Universe's Worm is coming up on Friday. Normally it would be, but with the 4th of July coming up on Saturday, that's a little thing on what people have going. So we'll find out.
So the real reason to celebrate the 4th of July is it is Selkie and I's 13-year wedding anniversary. So that is where all of the celebrations should be entailed, at least on my end.
On your end, that is where that should go. Love is such a wonderful thing. It should be celebrated. Me and Mrs. Chief just celebrated our 11 years this last weekend. So love all the way around. Good things. All right. So happy anniversary to you guys ahead of time. And with that, I think,
Thank you.
Unless there's anything else, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. Yeah? All right. Anything else? Going once, going twice, going thrice? Sold. And that is where we are going to end. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time here on the Clockwork Nexus. Good night, everybody.